Hello everyone and welcome to the Gunpla Network. I'm the Spicer and today's recap of episode 4 of Mobile Suit Gundam The Witch from Mercury is brought to you by Giant Hair Ploofs and Choo Choo. Choom choom, choom 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 choom. Anyway, we start right where we left off with the big fight between Suletta and Guel. After he proposes, then he tries to clarify something and Suletta runs off and is like, nah fam, I'm good. Not really here for it. This is a big choo-choo episode, so I'm just leave it here. But yeah, everyone freaks out about this, including the family of Guel. There's the whole big proposal. Suletta's like, nah fam, I'm good. Runs off and literally flies away. Doesn't just run off, but straight up flies away. That's pretty intense. Anyway, she's out. Everyone's a little confused by everything that's going on. And then we kind of just continue on. Suletta's, just doing her thing. We get the OP here. It's looking all OP-ish. Guel Sr. here, Space Musk, is getting roasted by his other corporate friends for having a disappointing son. The board is not happy with his son. And it has tanked his stock price, apparently. So he's trying to explain whatever. I'm not going to talk about it right now. I'll fix it. And we don't actually really get a lot of in-depth information on what he does. But at least what I was able to glean from this episode is he strips Guel of any piloting capacity. So he's not a pilot anymore. I don't know if that means he doesn't pilot for the specific company, or he's not sponsored, so he's getting expelled, or he's just moving to like the mechanic program or some shit. They haven't really explained it. They don't really talk about it too much, but Guel's still being a big douchebag man for the most part. Anyway, we continue on and we get Suletta here, just rocking her old school regular green and black uniform. And Wifey's like, nah, I got you. Delling Jr. is going to give you the upgrade. Kabow! Look at that. You've gotten... you got the bird makeover, girl. What's good? You got the fancy holder uniform here. It makes me curious how these clothes work, but she's very unimpressed. She's like, you couldn't just do this yourself? Like, whatever. Anyway, she's pretty amazed. She's like, whoa, I look fly. They're like, yo, are you gonna hit up Guel? What's going on with that? And she's like, nah fam. Look at me. Look how just I am about this situation. Delling Jr. doesn't care. She's like, whatever, I'm uninvolved. I'm just being a bird. There are quite a few moments in this that are very meme-worthy. This is one of them. This gives me big, like, she didn't order pickles vibes. Because, like, Suletta's just like, what do I do? And then just Delling Jr. is like, I'm not here for this. Why am I doing this? But it's pretty funny. I just like, just the duality of this pair. Just Delling Jr. doesn't care at all. It's very amusing. Anyway, they have this big confrontation with Guel. He doesn't care. He's doing his apology to make good on the duel terms. Then we actually get real class. Amazing. We have a high school anime where class is a thing. And from a Gundam perspective, this is really nice because you get to see Suletta pilot just a regular, like, mobile trainer. And that's not something that, like, I can think of a lot of other instances. I mean, there's not, like, a lot of Gundam high school stuff. But, like, they don't let her use the aerial Gundam for this. They're like, no, you are in pilot school. We are going to train you to do pilot things. It's very good. And that's pretty much the crux of this entire episode, is this big exam that basically you have to have handlers, spotters, mechanics, whatever, kind of your people behind the scenes to help you through this minefield. Most of your sensors are turned off, but you have your visuals and ground radar or ground sonar. I can't remember what they said it was. But it's emanated from the feet, so they can relay that data back to where they can tell them, hey, move, don't hit this mine, don't hit this thing. Then they have to get to a halfway point and change equipment. So you get to see a very cool equipment changing point here. yeah, you can see he's like doing this whole connectivity thing. It's a very cool look. Like, yeah, see, there's the other hand, and it's getting swapped out for this gun tank gun arm thing, which makes me very curious as to what else we're gonna see with the Demi trainers here. It's just very strange to have a humanoid mobile suit like this and just have it change out limbs like that. But whatever, it's really cool. Again, like, look at that. That's so gun tank. Anyway, Suletta's like, I don't know what I'm doing. And they're like, yeah, you need a team, bruh. And she's like, but what if I do it myself? And she's like, well, you're going to fail. So she ends up having to take it again. And then they're like, yeah, you need friends, fam. That's how this works. This is networking school. Anyway, you get to see the Demi trainer do like a simulated firing thing. Suletta's like, I have 0 friends. And she still walks into the minefield anyway. That's another good memeable moment there. Then we have Tutu here in her kind of customized looking Demi trainer, making some good time through the minefield, and then her visuals get cut out because some bullies sprayed some kind of spray on them. You think that would be a bigger deal, because like that's big destruction of school property or something, but whatever. Yeah, you see the head of the bullies right here. Tutu is very upset. Her hair has magically disappeared. I think maybe they're just kind of attached on. I don't think that's actually her hair. You get to see kind of the spray there on the eye as well. She's big mad. School's happening. Soda's like, hey, I need a team. And everyone's like, nah, fam. But they're like, hey, if you'll deal with us Earth peasants, we'll let you hang out with us. And she's like, what's Earth peasants? She's like, I know what Earth means, but why y'all peasants? And she just another moment of clueless, not understanding what's happening. So they're like, okay, well, we'll take you to meet the team, the homies, and look at the homie. Look at him. Look at the goat. The literal goat. This is another great set of GIFs, or another great meme format or something. I don't even care. This whole show is just good. But yeah, so they're doing that. Just look at the eye movement. It's like, huh? Anyway, so they go meet the rest of the Earth team, which we'll get to know, I guess, more over the season. They're like, oh, well, okay, I guess we'll hang out with this space girl. She doesn't hate us for being Earth people. Look how happy she is. She's so happy. Goat man, he's just goating. He's just doing goat stuff. You got Tutu there with her big hair ploofs. This character design is so strange. Like, I don't dislike it. I'm just very confused. How does the hair work? Everyone else roughly has like reasonable hair, maybe some weird looking cuts, like, Mr. Tall Guy in the back. Like, that's a bowl cut. He just, tilted it back a little bit. Like, what are you doing, homie? This does not look good. You got, pineapple top here. Most of the girls' hair looks fine. These guys look all right. And then you got that. But look how mad she is. She's just like, look at that door. She dented that door. Somebody have to fix that. More school destruction. Anyway, she's out here trying to fight Suletta because she's from space, not really knowing, oh, maybe, she's from the backwater of space, so she's about equal in terms of social status. We get to see Guel in his Dilibrade, whatever. The big red one got absolutely trashed, so they're like repairing it. We find out here that not only is Guel not getting to pilot, but he doesn't have that mobile suit anymore. I think homie's about to run over to the Earth peeps and be like, yo, I kind of hate all y'all. I think I'm better than you, but I also want to pilot, so what are we doing? Anyway, Suletta's like, oh man, I'm so sad. I couldn't make any friends. And he's like, hey, you want to come to my house? But not like in a like his actual home, but like, you want to join my team? And she's like, whoa, I can join your team? Look how happy I am. She's like, oh, I didn't even know I could do that. And the Delling Jr. is like, bruh, what are you doing? You are property of Bird Delling Jr. Her faces. Anyway, she's like, this guy's the enemy. And she's like, nah, he's a cool guy. But she's like, nah, he's an enemy. And he's like, I have zero interest in you. And she's like, well, I don't have an interest in you either. It's a dumb fight, but high school dumb stuff. It's great. Anyway, so they're doing their thing. Delling Jr. takes Suletta back to her room because I guess Suletta has no room. And look at that face. So many good faces. She has turned it into a hydroponics lab. I think Delling Jr.'s got a side hustle, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, we got a bunch of got some greenery, got some plants, because Delling Jr. is all about plants, and also lives like a massive slob. Like, you'll get to see a bunch of trash. Yeah, you see it there. And they're doing studying. She is basically Tony Stark. She's like, oh yeah, I can be your spotter and your crew chief or whatever. I just got to study, and I just studied it. I'm an expert now. She actually does a pretty good job of this. But yeah, look at this room. Look how garbage this room is. Then we get to see the Gundam of this episode, which is, hey, space people kind of control economically speaking, so the Earth folks are getting pretty screwed economically. So it's they're all starving, they're all in poverty. It's a big thing. Look at all this. Look at this. And then they just bring in the mobile suits. They're like, look at this protest of maybe a few hundred people. We gonna crush y'all. So they do it, and it's just like the most ridiculous, that's not even 100 people. That's maybe like 50 people max. Look at that. That's so few people. This dude's running, car gets crushed, and then a news report about it. They say these are weapons, but like, bruh, there's 2 umbrellas. Those are not weapons. There's a lot of Molotov cocktails, so I'll give them that those are weapons. They're, these people are from space, so they're like, man, that sucks, but what are we gonna do? And they just kind of talk about it. This is the, I guess, Earth crew. This might be the company that sponsored the whole Earth team here, the Choo-Choo. They're all like, yeah, just keep doing your studies, or we worked hard to get you to school. Don't mess it up. But also being like, yeah, give those Spatians what for. The word Spatian is such a weird word. Anyway, so they have this really kind of actually really heartwarming moment. You get to see weird hair up thing. I have no idea how both of those fit in there, but it's all right. You can see Delling Jr. sleeping, Suletta studying. Delling Jr. is like, bruh, why are you studying? Also, how do you sleep with this ambient light? Like, look how much light there is. That's ridiculous. Maybe that's just me. More trash in the room. That's also just a shade. I just realized that's not a wall. She just literally hung up like a shade or like a projector screen to block out some of the light. That's wild. They have this moment where Sleta tells her why she's here and what she wants to do, and she wants to build a school on Mercury, even though I'm pretty sure they previously said she was like the only kid on Mercury, so why do you need a school? It doesn't matter. Anyway, she's just kind of like, everyone kind of has their reasons for being here, and I'm kind of a good person. I want to do right by most people. The bullies are like, well, we're going to spray Suletta's Demi trainer here with that same blackout goo and cause a bunch of property damage, but whatever. Suletta and our main girl, Delling Jr., doing business. I like that it's literally like Delling Jr. just doesn't move between these 2 shots. I love that. Then we kind of get rematch 2.0 Earth space people, and she's like, listen, no one likes us, no one likes you, let's just be cool with each other, all right? And that's kind of not gonna go over well, but we'll see it come back. So they're doing this makeup exam so Suletta doesn't fail out of school. Delling Jr. is doing her best here, and then wouldn't you know it, the screen blackening happens and Suletta's all out of visuals, unfortunately. So she's trying to figure something out, and they're having this whole thing. They end up redoing this a bunch with her being blinded, and she keeps failing, and she eventually just has like a mental breakdown. But here we get to see the bullies being the big dicks, and it's a whole thing. It's real sad. They keep struggling. They keep trying to do their best, and this time limit keeps screwing them up. You can see her. You'd think that other green thing is an auxiliary camera, but apparently it's not. So they keep doing their thing, and Choo-Choo doesn't get to go because I guess only one person can do this at a time, even though we saw multiple people doing this earlier. It doesn't matter. She's having her mental breakdown. Look how big upset she is. Delling Jr. is like, hey, come on, let's go. Big upsets. So Choo-Choo's like, all right, fam, we're about to take this into our own hands. And just like, hold on, I want to see if I could just like, I don't know, like, get this. Like, I want to see if I could just like, get this. Like, I want to see if I could just like, get this. Like, I want to see if I could just like, get this. Like, I want to see if I could just like, get this. Like, I want to see if I could just like, get this. Like, I want to see if I could just like, get this. Like, I want to see if I could just like, get this. Like, I want to see if I could just like, get this. Like, I want to see if I could just like, get this. Like, I want to see if I could just like, get this. Like, I want to see if I could just like, get this. Like, I want to see if I could just like, get this. Like, I want to see if I could just like, get this. Like, I want to see if I could just like, get this. Like, I want to see if I could just like, get this. Like, I want to see if I could just like, get this. Like, I want to see if I could just like, get this. Like, I want to see if I could just like, get this. Like, I want to see if I could just like, get this. Like, I want to see if I could just like, get this. Like, I want to see try to get this. You'll have to watch this part because obviously I can't play it for copyright reasons. But like, look at that punch. That's such a Choo-Choo's great. Just for this punch alone, like she does the whole big wind up and starts a fist fight with. He's like, it doesn't stop there. They continue to do this until Suletta somehow, no idea how she knows this is happening, runs over to break up the fight and gets punched by this girl who gets immediately knocked out by Choo-Choo. So Team Earth and Team Nobody Likes Us are like, okay, well, we have a common enemy. It's everybody. So we'll do our best to get along, and that's kind of how this ends up. She's being very soon about this, but they kind of join teams. Not really sure why Delling Jr. is okay with this, but it doesn't matter. And that's where we leave the episode. So Suletta has a team. She's got some homies other than Delling Jr., which is kind of just out of circumstance. Pretty good episode. Not a lot of fight, but we do get some background. We get some more Gundam political space stuff, which is always great. And I look forward to next episode. If you've got any comments, pop them down there below. If you liked this recap, please be sure to like and subscribe for more. I've been the Spicer. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.